Hey, good morning, everyone. On my way to a meeting, little business meeting this morning. I was thinking about some things that have happened the last couple of days and have happened in the last couple of years. And I've been talking a lot with my wife and with some other people that we do business with about these things. And I figured I'd reach out to my fellow chiropractors. So, first off, before I get started on this topic, if you want to know more about our systems and how we do things ethically, okay, legally, compliantly, the right way, go to moveawayuniversity.com, grab our book. So moveawayuniversity.com/book. I put the URL in this subject up above. My question is, if you've been in business, I already know the answer. If you've been in business, have you been screwed over before? In business, by a partner you had, by someone that you were working for, by someone that worked for you. Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened? And the answer is going to be a resounding yes. Always. It's inevitable. But how you deal with it is what I think is most important. I was having this conversation with my wife this morning at 5 a.m. where we're sitting in our backyard drinking coffee, watching the ducks eat. And basically what I said was, every single time and every single chance you get when someone does something like that, yes, it changes you. It changes how you look at others. It makes you put your guard up a little bit more. It makes you maybe say additional things you wouldn't have said before. It makes you maybe omit things that you would normally say freely. But the key with this is this. You can be more cautious. You can make sure that you don't put yourself out there and take as big of a risk or as many risks, of course. But here's the deal. You always act ethically and you always do the right thing and you don't screw other people over. You know why? Because that's the right thing to do, so you can sleep at night. And the interesting thing about that, when you have people who say, I have to do what's best for me, I have to do what's best for my family. You know, like when people say that, like they pull that card almost like that somehow entitles them to be a freaking ass, okay? What are they really saying? They're saying, I'm gonna do what's in my best selfish interest, despite what the wrong thing may be. I'm gonna choose what's in my best selfish interest because I'm self-centered and I care about myself. Versus thinking back at different choices I've made in business and relationships. Have I made mistakes? Absolutely. Have there been things I would have done differently? Absolutely. But there are numerous examples I can think of where I did what I know is the right thing, and I knew it was not going to be in my best interest. I knew it was going to cost me more money. I knew it was going to cost me more grief. I knew that I would still look like the bad guy, I'm sure, at the end of the day, because everyone else on the opposing side always has a view that they're right and everyone else is wrong, no matter how freaking wrong they are, right? But I still did it. And I knew that it might come back to bite me. I knew all this stuff, but I knew it was the right thing to do, even though it was going to cost me money, maybe reputation, maybe positioning, whatever. But you just do the right thing. And you don't do it because you accept some kind of reciprocation, because it doesn't happen sometimes. You don't do it because you think there's a magical energy in the universe that's going to pay you back, because sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the right person doesn't finish on top. Okay, sometimes people who lie and steal and scam are the ones that actually make more money and do better in business. But you do it because it's just the right thing to do, and you do it knowing you're doing the right thing. I don't do it because I fear some sort of consequence in a eternal afterlife. I don't do it because I'm seeking some sort of reward. I do it because it's the freaking right thing to do. And that's what I would say to all of you, is that if you're in a business situation where you have a partner or you have an employee or you have whatever, you do the right thing, you're transparent, you're straightforward. You don't have to overly expose yourself and cause a problem, but I still think you do the right thing. And I'm put in this situation often. I'm sure you guys as business owners or just working in business are put in this situation often. I don't know if it's as often as I have in the last several years, but I could write a whole separate book just on that, okay? It'd be called People Who Screwed Me Over Secrets. Anyway, Interesting. It makes you wiser. It makes you smarter. It's life lessons. Sometimes it makes you a little jaded a bit on how other people, are going to treat you or react, and then you're pleasantly surprised when you meet a really exceptional, great human being. And that's the flip side to this. I have a handful of great, exceptional human beings in my life that I work with, that I associate with, that I trust, that have not let me down. I have way more that have, though, okay? But at the end of the day, the message I just wanted to get across was do the right thing. So if you're in the middle of some sort of something and you're thinking, well, screw that person, I'm going to do this and I'm going to screw them over, and I'm never going to get that money back anyway, so I might as well do blah, 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 blah. Don't do it. Just do the right thing, because it's the right thing to do. If you said you were going to do something, do it. If you committed to a certain time that you were going to finish something out with someone, do it, or a certain project or a dollar amount, or you owe someone money, pay them back. Just do the right thing. And I'm curious, have you ever been faced with something like that? How do you handle it? Comment below, let me know. And if you haven't grabbed our book, grab the book, moveawayuniversity.com/book, because in the book, we talk about the systems that we've incorporated in our practice for an exercise department, but it's the bigger picture. It's the inner workings of a more complex chiropractic clinic that offers more to a patient. And when there's more complexity, you need more systems. And some of the systems are ones that handle situations like this too. There's ways we handle ourselves so we won't get ourselves in bad situations. Like, for example, we have a compliant fee schedule. We do everything in an honest and ethical way with billing, with documentation, with coding. And you have to, and you should, because it's the right thing to do. So anyway, with that said, have a great day. I'm walking into a meeting now. We'll talk to you soon.